Hey, what's up, Bills Mafia? Welcome to episode 6 of Bills with BK. I'm going to be honest, I have been dreading shooting this episode all day long because of the way that we lost last night. Was honestly one of those losses that's going to stick with us for a while. I've been a Bills fan for 20 plus years. I've seen some bad losses, but man, 12 men on the field, ending, losing the game like that, basically just beating ourselves. I mean, the Denver Broncos, they didn't even beat us. We beat ourselves. We handed them that game. We literally had the game in our hands, won, and we make a stupid mistake like having an extra man in the field. I know a lot of us have been all day long trying to figure out whose fault it is, who's the 12th man on the field, if that's a coaching issue or if that's a player problem. We're all trying to put the blame on this very last play of whose fault that was. Obviously, the player is to blame because he was the 12th man on there. He should know what formation he's in and what he's not. But then also us, all asking ourselves, what about the special teams coordinator? What is this guy doing? He's not counting how many players are on the field. I guess it all happened so fast he didn't have a chance to. I don't know, but at the end of the day, we have to come to the realization that we beat ourselves in more than one way. And sure, at the end of the day, the nail in the coffin was the 12 men on the field when they missed the field goal that lost us the game, letting them give another shot at kicking that field goal again was the absolute last nail in the coffin. But there are a bunch of things happening throughout that entire game that prevented us from winning that game. For starters, you had receivers just not catching balls. Gabriel Davis had a big drop that turned into an interception, slipped right through his hands, into the defender's hands. And I know that Josh Allen had a little heat on that ball. It was a hard throw, but it hit him right in the hands. You got to catch that. That's unacceptable. Everyone makes mistakes, but that was not on Josh Allen. Then again, Dalton Kincaid had a big third down drop where the ball hit him right in the hand. Even Stephon Diggs had a big drop that game. I mean, it wasn't a huge drop, but nonetheless, it was a drop. So wide receivers were dropping the ball all day. Obviously, all the turnovers, all the quick 3-and-outs. Josh Allen threw 2 interceptions on the night, but honestly, only one of those interceptions was his fault because the other one slipped through Gabriel Davis's hands. But the only way that I felt like Josh Allen really shot himself in the foot in this game was that interception before the half. He didn't need to force it like that, and Josh Allen keeps doing that where he tries to force plays, and he needs to understand that just throw the ball away. You don't have to try to put it in a tight spot with defenders that are over there and just hope that somebody catches it. Obviously, Josh Allen has got to stop doing this, and this has been an ongoing problem in his game. If you're going to say one thing that Josh Allen did that game was a big mistake, that if that didn't happen, we would have won the game, you could say that interception did do it because they got 3 points from that interception. If they don't get that 3 points right before the half, then end of the game, instead of being down by a point, they're down by 4 points. And then they can't just kick a field goal. They have to score a touchdown in that last minute and 50 seconds. So that was tough. Obviously, that had a big impact. The drop passes, big impact. I mean, when Gabriel Davis missed that pass, we were in the red zone. We probably would have scored in that drive. So one could argue that, we would have won the game if that didn't happen. Also that handoff that Josh Allen gave to James Cook that just like they fumbled and dropped on the ground for no reason. This might be an unpopular opinion, and let me know what you guys think, but I really don't think that was on Josh Allen. What I saw was Josh Allen handing the ball off. He put it right into James Cook's chest. Okay, so James Cook had plenty of time to cradle that ball and run. But it seemed like Josh Allen handed it off to him, and James Cook just didn't put his hands up and take the ball. So then, it sucks that that's got to be considered a Josh Allen fumble and loss, but I don't think that was on Josh Allen. Let me know if you guys think differently. Drop a comment below, but I thought that was more of a James Cook issue than a Josh Allen issue, and clearly James Cook had ball security issues all game. I mean, he had 110 yards rushing, so he did make up for it, but, he had a couple drops, a couple fumbles. I don't think we can put that one on Josh Allen in particular, but it seems like the majority of the world is blaming Josh Allen for that. I also felt it was really strange when it was 4th and 2, and we were on the 50-yard line, and we decided to go for it. Why are we dropping back in a shotgun formation? That doesn't make any sense to me. When you have 2 yards to go, why are you adding an additional 5 yards to make the goal harder? You're essentially making it, instead of 4th and 2, you're making it 4th and 7 because Josh Allen is shotgunning back 5 yards away and adding just more yards in between him and the goal. I don't understand that. And if you're going to do a throw there, because we had been running the ball really well, I don't know why they didn't just try to run the 2 yards, whether it be a Josh Allen sneak or a handoff to James Cook. Denver has a very weak run defense. And we had been running well on them, so I don't know why we wouldn't have just ran that on 4th and 2. And if you're going to throw it, why not just do a under the center snap and a quick 5-yard out? Something where we're just going to get a quick ball release and quick get the ball out into a receiver, running a 5 yard out or a 5 yard in, something quick like that. I don't understand why the play call is having us do 4th and 2, a shotgun, and then at Josh Allen's dropping back and nothing's there. And don't get me wrong, the old Josh Allen, when he was rolling out to the right, he would have, once he saw nothing was available, the old Josh Allen probably would have tried to run that first down and run somebody over or jump over them. And I'm glad that Josh Allen's doing that less, and we're asking him to do that less because we want longevity out of this guy. But, it sucks for Josh Allen when he used to be the hero when he would have to bail us out and run first downs like that. And then now that we're trying to have him be more careful and not do that as much, now all of a sudden people are saying that Josh Allen's not as good because he's not doing those things. So don't get me wrong, I'm glad that Josh Allen is doing that less, but, we used to just have to depend on him to be Superman and bail us out of those bad plays by running first downs. And now that he's not doing that much, it shows the cracks in the armor more on our offense. And, as we all know, today we fired Ken Dorsey. Been talking about in my last few episodes how we need to get rid of this guy, and we finally did. So I think that's a step in the right direction. I don't think Ken Dorsey was good for us. And I do feel for the guy, though, because, if there wasn't 12 men on the field in that last play of the game, Ken Dorsey probably still has a job right now. So that sucks, but that was the inevitable. He had plenty of opportunity to get this offense going again. All of our, injuries on defense, and our defense is playing better than our offense. And we have no injuries on offense. Well, besides Dawson Knox, but I think Kincaid's been filling in nicely. Obviously, finally, the nail in the coffin of beating ourselves with that 12 man in the field. I know there are a lot of jokes floating around today about Damar Hamlin being the extra guy in the field. That was not the case. It was not Damar Hamlin. That was just a funny narrative that people came up with. What it appeared to be, and I don't know for sure because they're not announcing it. I'm sure they don't want to put this guy, just throw him under the bus, but I believe it most likely was Leonard Floyd who was the 12th man on the field because he was the one guy that was on the field during the missed field goal, and then he was off the field the very next play when they made the field goal. So I'm not going to throw this man under the bus. I don't know for sure it was him. That would lead one to believe that he was the extra guy in the field, but who knows? And again, it doesn't matter. Even if it was Leonard Floyd who was the extra guy in the field, whoever it was, it's not all their fault. A lot of things lost us that game. That was just the nail in the coffin. But we've got to play better than that. Getting rid of Ken Dorsey was a step in the right direction. Hopefully our offense takes a step forward. But man, we got a tough schedule in front of us. It's not going to get any easier. As Bills fans, we've all been sulking over this all day. Obviously, we're all embarrassed to be Buffalo Bills fans right now. This honestly feels like pre-2017, 2018, back when people would ask me what my football team was, and I would say, oh, unfortunately, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Then ever since we got Josh Allen, I started saying with pride, yeah, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Now it's back to being embarrassing. And I'm not even wearing a Buffalo Bills shirt right now. I know I normally wear Buffalo Bills shirts for these episodes, but don't worry, this is a Bills hat. I'm still repping Bills Mafia. You know we're in this for life. We can't get out of this life even if we wanted to. That's why they call it Bills Mafia. Once you're in it for life. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys this week. But I'll see you next week. Go Bills.